But doesn't it look like the tundra? Like even those piles of rocks over there.
Uh-huh.
And the way that the ground is, it reminds me of the mountains we were on with Karen.
In Colorado, yeah. Guys, how the heck is living in Iceland? I want to hear from both of you together.
Well, I'm still new here, so I'm in the novelty period still.
This really depends, you know, it's just about the people up here. It's what you demand about that place, and but it's pretty easy.
So
You have to say that it's pretty easy to live
calm, as
here.
people say? Because I'm getting this feeling that people come here who are looking for like a little break. You want to slow down, have a nice, slow living.
Sometimes it's even too slow.
Yeah, the Icelanders are very, very chilled people. You know, they just go about it.
But overall, do you like it?
I'm enjoying it. We probably won't be here much longer than another year or so.
Where do you plan to go?
We'll go to Australia.
Cool.
Yeah,
So this is
eventually.
temporary, it's not forever.
Yeah,
is
it's just an
temporary.
episode.
This is just to get us to our goal. We're on
So-
our way.
What are the things that are not so great?
Yeah, weather sometimes is annoying, but it's just the nature, you know, you cannot win with that. So.
Hard for us to believe because we're here on 2 best days of the year.
Yeah.
It also depends where you're living here, you know, because like living in Reykjavik, it's super totally different than on the other suburbs, you know, because this is a capital and it's like a middle of size city in Europe, but this is the biggest place up here. And every other, you know, it's like a villages.
Yeah, where we live in Keflavik, it's just where all the workers live.
You know, like
You know, so there's
2
nothing really
pubs,
going on.
2 shops, that's all.
So
Airport.
in one sentence, best thing about Iceland.
Views.
The views. It's very pretty here.
Okay, we get it. There won't be any Highland Road driving. Don't worry. Okay, slept a few hours. We are in our tiny hotel room. Blondie is fixing a few things. And I learned some interesting facts about Iceland. Look at this. Cold water in Iceland comes from underground springs. It's perfect for drinking, pure and refreshing. So, look at this pure glass of pureness here in my hand because I didn't say pure enough. It's so good, seriously.
I thought we weren't going to be one of those channels that ate things and then said, how delicious this is.
I'm not eating, I'm drinking.
Oh, so we're gonna be the channel that drinks things.
Oh yeah.
Is this in preparation for Poland?
Anyway, living in the US, I've become afraid of what comes out of the tap because there's so much poison everywhere. Everything's poisoned. So I just don't trust it anymore. Even if you have a deep well in your property where you live, I just don't trust it anymore. So
I don't trust it more in the deep well than from the tap.
Because you think chemicals leach into it or something?
Well, I mean, think about all those lawn fertilizers that are... And who's testing that water? I don't
Lawn fertilizers, and in our area, particularly where we live, there's a lot of chemical companies, so I just don't trust it anymore. So we got ourselves used to buying water that allegedly comes from some spring in the mountains that's still purer than anything else. But here, not only cold water is great, they don't have to heat up their hot water, because the hot water comes from so-called deep boreholes where it's naturally hot. It can be very hot, actually. So how smart, man. I'm starting to really like Iceland, and we haven't even gotten out of the hotel yet, which we're about to do right now. In the meantime, we're about to do our first grocery shopping in Iceland. So exciting. It's not the first one. The first one we did at the airport. This is just to stay alive, because we're not gonna have any big dinner tonight, so we're just gonna buy a sandwich for later or something. And here's a supermarket. It's an real Icelandic supermarket in front of us. I'm so excited about everything here. I am already pleased to discover this doesn't look very different than supermarkets in Poland. It kind of reminds me of those, you know?
European, right?
Yes. Very neat.
What is this? Oh, so these are
Starting to understand why Polish people like it here so much. Co mi się również podoba jak na razie, to że wszędzie w supermarketach, w sklepach spożywczych mają gotowe kanapki. A przynajmniej w dwóch tak się nam na razie zdarzyło. Na lotnisku i tutaj w tym Kronanie mają gotowe, zrobione kanapki, które naprawdę są bardzo dobre. I myślę, że jest to w miarę tani sposób na przetrwanie kilku dni na Islandii, jeśli nie macie dużego budżetu. Tak zaczynam powoli odkrywać. What are you doing, Blondie?
taking pictures, David.
But where?
In Iceland!
There was no one here when we stopped, and I feel like we brought all these people over because
I think Iceland brought all of
after we did, everybody else started stopping in the spot.
I think this view stopped them.
Now it's us. We just filmed one of the most incredible sunsets ever, guys. Seriously, we're driving through this park and we wanted to see so much because there is so much to see here, so we didn't really want to stop and take pictures just randomly, but we couldn't resist it. And the spot that we picked turned out to be just so good. This is one of the prettiest places in the world, no question. Wife,
Husband?
are you fully appreciating Iceland yet?
Yes. I'm not very verbose because it leaves you speechless.
Are you overwhelmed?
Yes.
Verbose, she said. Verbose. You know, if you want to add a fancy word to your dictionary, verbose. Another good thing I am discovering about Iceland very happily right now is that the sunset takes a long time to happen. It's like the sun is going towards the horizon, like slowly, slowly. Here I am. Here, oh, I'll peek out from behind that mountain again. Okay, I'll keep going down. Oh, here I am again. Here I am last time. You know, you have like half an hour to work with it, and now it's right past sunset. And this color, this amazing color in the sky is just staying there. In US on East Coast, when sunset happens, it's like, oh, we still have 20 minutes, gone. I know this is justified by the latitude and whatever, but it's so much better here if you are a sunset sucker, because you have all this time, especially when it looks like today. And I've been told by people who live here that this summer hasn't been great with the weather. How lucky are we to experience this day on the day we land here?
Look at those orange clouds.
I know, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. I cannot believe the sunset. We are in Iceland and it's a few minutes past midnight. Not kidding, not cheating, not lying. This is what it looks like.
This is so crazy.
Yeah, it's really doing something to them, right? Okay, we screwed up a little bit because we got to Reykjavik a little late. Now Matt and Tish are waiting for us. They have been waiting for us for about half an hour. I feel terrible, but we're in a new country here. We don't know what we're doing. And also no phone service, just Wi-Fi, so we have to like catch free Wi-Fi to figure out where we are and where we're going. But now we have figured it out. They're waiting for us. We mentioned them in the previous episode. If you haven't watched it, you should, because they're our saviors. And now we're gonna meet them in person. Can't wait. Let's go. Do you know where to go? Yes, you're the map master. This is Reykjavik, 9:35 p.m. Watch this. Look at this, there's still sun right behind me. I have to get a shot of this church real fast.
This feels like Poland when we went in October, doesn't it?
You mean in terms of temperature?
Yes.
It feels so wonderful to me after all this unjustified East Coast American heat. Okay, where's Lebowski? I look totally gangsta, but even for my standards, this is not warm anymore. I like it. I see Lebowski. It's right there. All right, we found it. We're only about 45 minutes late.
God, that's awful.
That's her. That's them.
Oh yeah.
Right there. Hello.
Hi.
Here we are again.
Hello.
Cześć Mateusz.
Mission successful. We found our hosts.
Yeah.
We're all together now,
I think they were
was a
just
real
messing
fight,
around.
and we were forgiven
Yeah.
for being late because they're nice people. Did it mess you guys up when you first started living here and you thought, you know, it's just evening and it was like 1 a.m.?
It's disorientating.
Yeah.
It would be to me because I feel strange right now.
It's kind of cool for the first time, but you know, every other year it's getting annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe when
Trying to
you
get asleep and it's still.
when you
Right,
start
it's
living here, you're like, oh hey, this is cool, daylight all night long, and then you're like, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
does it change throughout the year? Does it start to get like, is it really dark for a long time later?
Actually, it's not like super long dark. No, it's the daylight during winter is a little bit more than 4 hours.
Yeah, about
but,
4.
Oh,
but the sunrise is around 10 in the morning, something like
my
that.
gosh.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's
Then
like
I
a
would
little bit
never
shorter
get up.
than in Poland, but you know it's in a different range.
Reykjavik, midnight, available light. ISO 8000, but available light. Our adventure here is over for now. We're going to be back, but for now, the next few episodes, good few episodes, are gonna be from Poland. We'll see you guys in 3 days. Matt, did you ever have to use this wall here?
Never before here.
Or you just know how to tie your tie?
No,
Now we know.
I've got my wife.
If you don't know, come to Reykjavik.